Good day and welcome to Comics Cube, the Cubed in Review. I'm Shawn Hilton, the owner of Comics Cube, located in the heart of downtown Kokomo because I wouldn't place it anywhere else because nobody else threw a bunch of cash at me to make me come downtown. We're located at 121 East Sycamore, open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 6 currently. Hey, today in comics, it's all about Scott Snyder comics. Now, they used to be called DC Comics, but today, they're Scott Snyder comics because Scott Snyder is the author behind American Vampire, The Road to Hell, a Vertigo book about, basically Bonnie and Clyde as vampires going across the United States doing vampire stuff. If you like vampires, you're going to love it. If you don't like vampires, you're still going to like it because it's an incredibly well-written book. Scott Snyder is bringing you some of the best entertainment that he possibly can in 1 week. Not necessarily adult, but definitely not kiddie. When I say not necessarily adult, there's violence, there's not any sex, the language really isn't that bad. It's a PG-13 comic. So, 13 and older, you're going to love it. Vampires, vampire hunter, 1950s greaser, stalker kind of thing going on. Really well done, well put together, and it's a one-shot. Meaning, one book and you're done. That's it. Next up at Scott Snyder Comics, he writes the book that's going to help pay off his entire mortgage in one day. Superman Unchained #1. Jim Lee did the art. Scott Snyder did all that pesky writing. And it is bringing you by far probably the best Superman book that has come out since 1938. That might be a bit of an exaggeration, but the sales on it are going to be huge. I really don't even know why I'm bothering wasting my time talking to you about it, because for the 30 people who are going to watch this, the millions of people that use Newsweek and USA Today or whatever and online stuff are all going to see about this already. Huge numbers, already pretty much sold out. We're going to have some variant covers. Check it out. Next up on the Scott Snyder comics list, again, it used to be DC, but not anymore. He's putting out Batman #21. That's right, this guy from the same company has put out the biggest Superman book since 1938, the best vampire book since Bram Stoker wrote about vampires, and then Batman. He's got vampires, Batman, and Superman. And in this is a jump-on point. You're going to be able to learn about the origin, the creation, and the beginnings of Bruce Wayne coming back to Gotham City and setting up the whole Batman persona. Batman, Superman, and vampires, one guy, 1 week. As far as I know, he just bought a small country and a third world country. Well, Scott Snyder of DC Comics is living in a world of green. But right here, we've also got the new Green Lantern #21, which sets off some of the new stuff that is going on currently with the whole Green Lantern Corps. It's been restarted. This is a great point to jump on and start checking out some of the new books. Plus, DC and Comics Cube are coming together to offer you an incredible bribe. When you buy either Green Lantern Corps #21 or the new issue of Green Lantern #21, you get a cool power ring for free. Well, not really, because you had to buy the book, so it's really not free. It's free with purchase, and you get a cool ring, and they zap things, and you zap things. Don't hit anybody with them because they're plastic and they'll just break and you hurt yourself. But power rings, super cool, cute. Kids love them, adults love them. Kids of all ages love them. So, stop in, check it out. Green Lantern #21, Green Lantern Corps #21. Good place for a new reader to begin, and you get Ginchy prizes. It's better than Cracker Jacks. So, The Walking Dead, they're still killing people. In fact, in here, yet another death. Guy gets gutted. So this isn't going to be a PG-13. This is going to be like a hard R, because it's got really foul language. We're talking every swear word that every sailor on shore leave can possibly get into one sentence, talking to women of poor repute. Bad stuff going on, and then entrails flying. I mean, really, a guy sticks a knife into a guy's gut, entrails flying. So, don't walk, run to get your new copy of The Walking Dead, because that guy didn't walk very far after he got gutted. It was nasty. So, come on in, check it out, The Walking Dead. It's cool. Hey, Gerard Way. Is it Gerard? Gerard? I think it's Gerard. I don't know. Some guy from My Chemical Romance, he's the lead singer. He does cool stuff that 38-year-olds that hang out with 14-year-olds kind of like. Either way, this is the true lives of the fabulous Killjoys by a guy who fronts a fairly popular band. It is weird. It's strange. I like to use the word funky. This is definitely funky. It's kind of a post-apocalyptic kind of thing. It's very colorful. There's a lot of strange things going on it. I'm going to have to read it again to even tell you really what the hell it was all about. But it was definitely different. So, if you like different, and you like Chemical Romance, and you like the album, The True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys, you're probably going to love The True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys. #1 by Gerard Way. For me, I don't know what the hell it was really about. It was funky and weird. There were people called Draculoids who really weren't vampires, but they were wearing some weird mask. And if you put the weird mask on, then you were converted into some freaky crazy monster thing. And then there's these, like, I don't know, punked up rebel types going out hunting them. And there's some little girl who's still around with a cat. And the cat was being protected by the little girl, but the little girl was being protected by the original Killjoys who were all killed. So now it's her after this thing, and something about action figures, and it's, I don't know, maybe you have to take extracurricular pharmaceuticals from My Chemical Romance to really know what the hell was going on. So, Gerard Way. Okay, buddy. Hey, my 2 favorite Marvel books of the week. Those are the guys who do Spider-Man, Captain America, those crazy mutant shtickety-schnick and stuff like that. Today we're getting Guardians of the Galaxy #2, featuring Star-Lord, Gamora, the world's most, the universe's most deadly assassin, Drax, Groot, and my favorite, he's right there, Rocket Raccoon. Except it's not really a raccoon. He's some alien race that happens to look like a raccoon. And if you call him a raccoon, he gets all pissy. I mean, we're talking like, I don't know, possum in the night. You come home, you turn the lights, kind of freaky. So, yeah, I like that. He gets upset, so I don't call him a raccoon. It's an intergalactic kind of situation all over the place. A lot of cool stuff going on. And this Iron Man is teaming up. There's been an invasion, an attempted invasion of Earth. They've offset it, but they've been captured in the process. They're going to be tortured. They're going to do horrible, horrible things to them. So check it out. That's that one. And then also Avenging Spider-Man, which this is the last issue of Avenging Spider-Man. We get a Spider-Man team up with the Punisher. The next issue, we actually get Superior Spider-Man team up, which will replace it. It's the exact same book, but they're going to renumber it. It'll be a hot new thing. It'll be cool. It's fun. But in this, we have him facing off against stolen tech, a bad guy who he knows, but it turns out somebody has like stolen that information and given it to somebody else so they could start up their criminal career. The Punisher's there to whack this bad guy, but it turns out it's not even the bad guy he thinks he's going to whack, but it doesn't even matter because it has nothing to do even with the story of what's going on. This is really the confrontation between the Punisher, the guy who's out there to just kill bad guys, and Superior Spider-Man, who doesn't have a problem with it because it's not Peter Parker. And it's really freaking good. So, whereas Scott Snyder is going to make all the money in the world, you should at least give a few dimes to Marvel to check out Guardians of the Galaxy #2 and the new Avenging Spider-Man. Otherwise, there'll be no Avenging, and that'll be sad. So, in our quick 2-minute wrap-up from Dynamite, Grimm #2 follows the TV show. The Grimm guy is off with his buddy, the Bloop Blot, and his cop buddy to Europe to try and find Mom, some secret crazy coins, dealing with some revolution of monsters versus men. Really pretty sharp. Half Past Danger #2 gives me Nazis, femme fatales, dinosaurs, horrible deaths by dinosaur. Really good book, a little bloody, a little bit of language, not too bad, definitely PG-13. Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones fans, you're going to love Half Past Danger. Definitely one of my picks of the week. Breath of Bones, a little more serious from Dark Horse. It's a 3-issue series by our good friend Steve Niles. Steve Niles is known for doing 30 Days a Night. In it, we get Germans in World War II taking over a small little area, but they're going to have to face off against the mythology of the Golem, except it's not mythology. It's going to be real. A little more interesting, a little more adult. Not adult in the nature of there's lots of crazy stuff going on, and sex and blood and drugs and rock and roll, but as in just actual depth of story. There's a little more going on in this, a little more philosophical. Good stuff, and it's got some fun little history stuff with it as well. BubbleGun #1. BubbleGun, not gum, as in actual gun that spits out bubbles. It's 90 cents with your 10% discount at Comics Cube today, and it's fun, funky, lots of color. It's a funny little book, well worth 90 cents. Definitely make sure to check it out. On the strange side of things that I really didn't like this week was A1, 3 different stories in one book, which I should have thought, hey, I would have liked it. We've got Alice in Wonderland hanging out with Dr. Moreau, it appears to be Dad, the Wicked Witch from The Wizard of Oz, ordering Dr. Moreau to make flying monkeys from her, while Dr. Jekyll is hanging out. Somebody, some Doolittle guy is hanging around, some talking rabbits. That's all in one story, which you would have thought I really liked, but it didn't really make a whole lot of sense. The next one seems to be Lovecraft meets the super soldier serum in an occult version of religion and Captain America, which was pretty peculiar. And the last one is Carpe Diem, where all the superheroes are named after a day of the week, and they're off to do crazy stuff, and it really kind of sucked. Really, overall, mediocre at best, but out of 3 stories, you'll probably find one you like. Last up, Batman Gotham, Little Gotham, an all-ages DC book. not written by Scott Snyder. Let me double check that. Yes, does not appear to be written by Scott Snyder, so somebody else at DC is getting a check. This is Batman and this whole mythos done kid-friendly, great art, good story. Stop by Comics Cube today to check it out. Also, don't forget to stop by any day, really, because we're open Monday through Saturday. Thanks, I'm Shawn Hilton. I own Comics Cube with a lot of comics in it. You should come in and check them all out and then buy some so I can pay for my dog's food. Have a groovy day.